Okay, folks, if anybody's watching, this is just a quick live stream of Silent Hill 2 remake, but I'm doing a live review of the movie that I just bought on Amazon called Return to Silent Hill. And when I web searched some of the things, just for curiosity, I can't believe how much people pour their hatred for the movie. And I watched it through and through, paid attention, and spoilers. Before I go on, stop this review if you don't want spoilers. If you played Silent Hill 2 and enjoyed the first Silent Hill movie and the other Silent Hill games, you'll probably not be a hater at least. You might actually enjoyed it. Me, I enjoyed Return to Silent Hill. I'm going to make this quick so I don't get spammed or whatever, but here's the quick reviews. They stuck true this time to most of the Silent Hill 2 game story. It's focused on this character, James Sunderland. They actually used Pyramid Head. Spoilers again, just in case. They actually used Pyramid Head as he was intended to be. That's what sold it for me, because in a couple of other games and the movie, Pyramid Head was the bad guy. But what people don't know, who are not familiar with the video games, is that Pyramid Head is this person's tortured manifestation, his punisher and tormentor for his guilt. The guilt that this guy has manifested in his mind as Pyramid Head. I don't know if it's in this remaster or remake of Silent Hill 2, but someone said, I haven't bought it yet. I still have to find a good deal on eBay to re-buy Silent Hill 2 for the original PlayStation 2. They say if you get close to some of the windows, when you look in the reflection, you'll see James Sunderland's face is Pyramid Head. That was one of the main selling points of Return to Silent Hill 2. If you're a fan of Pyramid Head, do know that he appears only when needed, like in the game, and he is not the monster. He is James, as described and portrayed in Silent Hill 2, the video game. It had a good characterization of Lara, however, I did not get the baby skeleton zombie part. Mary and Maria were pretty decently written out and developed for the movie. It's like they tried to please, no way, they did please both the gamer and the non-gamer. And even for looks, they stayed true to Maria's outfit, although the hair was slightly different. But they actually put in Eddie and Angela, and they actually had a mini, I guess you could say, boss scenario of Angela's boss fight. And that's why I'm saying, when I make this live stream of Silent Hill 2, Return to Silent Hill, that's why I can't hate the movie, because I repeat, Pyramid Head is actually used as he is intended. And he actually protected James. He protected James from a very bad monster. That's why I say there's spoilers in this video. So I don't recognize the psychiatrist part from the video game, and the nurses. The scene with the nurses, it was dummied down, but it wasn't as long. But it was. They do respect the video game. And also for the fact of the matter is, like I said, I'm not showing movie clips because I don't know how to do that, and I don't have a computer. The actor Jeremy Irving would have been better for Henry Townsend if they ever make a movie based on Silent Hill 4. He would have made a better Henry, and this would have been the clip for that. that's that's a reference to Silent Hill 4, by the way. But when I read some of these hatreds on Rotten Tomatoes, I swear, man, people on Rotten Tomatoes, Metacritic, Reddit, I think you pull a head off a cockroach and let that head live for several days, even that has more intelligence than some people who watched the movie. On the other hand, a cockroach might live. That's why I just can't, I'm speaking as a fan of Silent Hill I've been a fan for 27 years. I know some bad and ugly. And there's some games there's a couple of them, I think, where you don't do anything. You just run through the hallways and read story and people fap to that. But if you're not a gamer and you're familiar with some Silent Hill, or if you enjoyed the first movie, you might like Return to Silent Hill. They gave James a better car at least, because it wasn't a 1970 Chevy Nova. But in the movie, he met Mary a lot sooner. And one of the things they rewritten for Mary, which I think was a decent twist to the story, they did it because you're squeezing a 20-hour long video game into a 2-hour movie. And it wasn't a short budget. What got me sold is how they met. And without spending too much time on the origins of Mary in the movie, let's just say Mary was from Silent Hill and she was going to leave or escape. And when James bumped into her at that little gas station, just changing the environment here while I'm talking. It's already getting bad out here. I shouldn't be reviewing while I'm talking. But if they rewritten the story of Mary where she was from Silent Hill and she was a victim of the cult, they were constantly giving her some kind of red blood poison. Yeah, it's too noisy. I'm going to try to see if I can find another. I don't know. Going back inside here. It's too noisy out here for me to do this talk. But they were poisoning her, and it was making her sick, and it was deteriorating her from the inside out. And when James followed her to one of those cult meetings, you have to see it for yourself. If you can rent it on Amazon, it's worth the rent, but I'm not selling. They're not giving me anything. I don't have a code to give you. I'm not getting any commissions. I'm not getting a free autograph or nothing. But it's worth a shot to see that how they changed the story a little bit of Mary's background. Where Mary was from Silent Hill. She was about to get on the bus, but James almost crashed into a Mack truck and ran over her luggage, and that's how they met. And being the kind man he was, he took her to Silent Hill, and they fell in love, and he decided to move in Silent Hill with her, which ultimately led to her faith. And one of the good, sad things is I don't think you feel it in this game as much as you should, but in the movie it helps you understand the torture James was going through. The movie did a good job writing out James' torment of what he did to his girlfriend. They changed that to it was a girlfriend this time, not the wife. So that was a slight rewrite. Like I said, they're trying to please both the gamer and the non-gamer, kind of like what Fallout did. They changed so much of it to please both. So that being said, and like this video game, there's multiple endings. Well, there's only 2 endings in the movie, which I thought was awesome. I didn't like the. I'm just going to get to the long part short here. Yes, you did hear the siren. Yes, you did go into the dark world, and yes, you were pursued by a couple of weirdos, and everyone's saying boo-hoo. They should have given Eddie more time, or some people saying boo-hoo. They should have given Angela more time. I just don't get those Silent Hill purists. What those purists don't understand is whoever made these movies, They're not making it just for the video gamers. They want to probably get people into gaming, or they want people in gaming to watch movies. I don't know. But before you guys read the haters on the internet, if you think I'm deceiving you, hey, that's your point of view. All I'm saying is how I liked it, and I don't buy into hatred or all that garbage. I mean, if you follow what everybody says on the internet, that's why humanity is going to hell in a handbasket. Make your own decisions. Test the waters yourself. And like I said, I think those people say hateful things because I guess it's true. What I've been hearing the last 30 years, the noisiest get the most attention. But people who actually enjoy the movie are quiet and staying back. Don't be quiet. Make noise like I am. Tell these jackasses who's hating the movie, shut the hell up, move on, and go watch Jiggly with Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez if you want to watch a good movie. Sarcasm. But anyways, back to the review. What I loved about you see, when James found out his wife was dying from the inside out, the plot twist here was she asked him to do it, and he proceeded to, give her a mercy killing. But here, if you watch the movie later on, you will notice that Mary really never tried to kill him at all because he realized she forgave him. But even as a human, what I don't understand is why would she need to forgive him when she wanted him to kill her? Well, here's a super spoiler. Stop right now if you don't want to hear it. Here comes the super spoiler. Okay, the super spoiler is this. When James and convinced her to stay in Silent Hill and live with her, he followed her to the cult meeting where they were giving her that poison chemical and drinking blood off her body that was wrapped up in a sheet. He wanted her to leave with him to get out of Silent Hill. She refused to leave, but he left anyways. He left her in Silent Hill. I think that's the forgiveness he was hoping to get. Because when he left, Mary died several months later, and he got a letter from her still. And that's when certain events happened in Silent Hill 2 that was weird. And even though that's why it's not called Pyramid Head. It's not. That's why Pyramid Head made a couple of appearances and actually saved James. And there's a good moment James had in the movie where he was like, "I'm ready for you," like he didn't run from Pyramid Head. That was an epic moment. I thought, okay, maybe I'm overhyping it, but it was a good moment. Usually, when you run from a bad guy, it's not often you stand there and look him in the eye if you could. But then, like I said, you can see the torture James was going through. And when I thought it was going to be here's the last part of the quick review. Like I said, the last part was when he saw the dead Mary in her monster form. I thought the movie was going to end right there because she was going to kill him. It didn't happen. She actually forgave him. And this is like a video game ending. He walks with the body of Mary, puts it in a car, and drives in a lake. That was one of the shit endings of the video game here, I think. But then, right when you thought the credits were going to roll, it fast forwards back to the movie near the beginning. And it was like a flashpoint, as you could say, or time travel. I don't know. But what I liked about the second ending where... Oh, before I continue with the second ending, yes, Maria does make an appearance in the video game. She doesn't have a lot of screen time. She was not really as helpful as she was in the video game. But it still paved the way for him to realize, she was kind of like according to the video game, Maria was a real human, because you can't play a ghost, because in the expanded part, an expansion of Silent Hill 2, you could play as Maria. She was a real person, and she was trapped in Silent Hill 2 as well. A lot of people say she was James' imagination For all we know, the tormentor used Maria's image to fool James. I don't know. I need to replay it because it's been. This is from a 2024 saving, so I need to go back and replay everything. I want to replay the original. So, but that being said, if anybody knows, if anybody shares the same ideas or same thoughts as me, that'd be great. If you disagree with me, share your opinion. I don't care, but don't be too harsh. I can take a few, you're an idiot or something like that. I can take that, but just keep it in mind that the Silent Hill Return to Silent Hill was not made for intended gamers. It was a mix of both. That's what I feel. And yet to give credit where credit's due. They kept Pyramid Head where he belonged. They gave James more time on his torture as he was facing his sins and his guilt. And the second ending was even better. I mean, it fixed a lot of things. It would have made the movie shorter if he did what he did at the end. But when he met Mary for the first time, he decided to take her out of Silent Hill because, like I said in the beginning, Mary was trying to escape Silent Hill because, unfortunately, they rewritten one character I don't agree with, Joshua Graham. I think he was from a different point in Silent Hill. But Joshua Graham was one of the cult leaders, and he was the one who was poisoning Mary since she was a kid. And that poison, like I said, was damaging her systems and burning her and deteriorating her from the inside out. And that's why she was leaving Silent Hill too. But James screwed it up and took her back, and they wanted to live happily ever after. And like I said, just give the movie a fair chance. Don't ride the hater boat. Now, since I own it and I'm not ashamed to admit it, I paid $20 for it. Somebody must say, Pete, there's $20, and I'm like, yeah, but with the price of things $20 just saved me money from going to Whataburger and wasting it on a combo meal. Because unfortunately, the price of living is so high, $20 is nothing. But yeah, I want to end this quick review. Like I said, I wanted it to be quick, but yeah, don't give in to the hate. Ignore the people on Reddit. And if you're a gamer and you like movies, it deserves a fair chance. If you're somebody who never played a video games but like weirdness, and if you saw the first movie, the second one, I don't know if that counts. That was I never finished the first one. The second one, I'm sorry. I couldn't finish the second Silent Hill movie. But if you loved the first Silent Hill, then you might like Return to Silent Hill. And you'll see where Pyramid Head belongs. Because Pyramid Head did not make an appearance until Silent Hill 2. That's why I thought, ugh, they rushed him too early. He had a good moment in Silent Hill, the movie, the first one, but it was way too darn early for him. That's all I can say, It's like throwing Jason Voorhees in the first Friday the 13th movie remake, if they ever made one. He wasn't in the first one, But yeah, if anybody watches and if you agree, thumbs up, like, spread the word, saying that there's at least one person who likes Return to Silent Hill 2, and hopefully there'll be others. If you're somebody who's riding the hate train, more power to you, but take a chill pill, go outside and play Silent Hill 2 for once. And then you'll see that Return to Silent Hill 2, like I'm saying for the fourth time, I think, does stay true mostly. It stays mostly true to the story of Silent Hill 2. And that foghorn siren, my goodness, they actually got that right. So, yeah, like I said, if you like two different endings in one movie, it was nice. I actually liked two endings in a movie. It's like the video game, but I'll see y'all folks later. Hopefully somebody else besides me enjoyed Return to Silent Hill 2. Keep on keeping on, and be good to one another. Bye-bye.